There's something deeply unsettling about someone who just doesn't react. You're sitting across from them. You talk. You push. You ask questions. And nothing. No anger. No defensiveness. Not even an explanation. Just silence. And somewhere in that silence, the power dynamic shifts without you noticing. You start doubting yourself. Talking more. Filling the empty space they won't touch. You've lost control, and you didn't even realize you had it to begin with. This isn't passivity. It's precision. Look, most people talk because silence makes them uncomfortable. They explain because they're scared of being judged. They react because somewhere along the way, they got convinced that responding is mandatory. But here's the thing. Response is asterisk, never asterisk required. The second you understand that, you stop being controllable. What I'm about to show you is the discipline of withholding, an ancient method of weaponizing silence, the psychological framework that turns restraint into raw authority. This isn't about being the quiet person in the room. This is about becoming completely unreadable. The principle of strategic SI Zen tradition has this concept called asterisk ma asterisk dash the space between things, not the things. The asterisk space asterisk, the pause between words, silence between movements, stillness between thoughts. Ma is where actual power lives. Samurai got this. They didn't talk before battle, didn't explain their strategy, didn't fill silence with nervous chatter. Why? Because silence forces people to observe. And observation always comes before control. Modern psychology calls this asterisk response inhibition asterisk, your ability to delay or just not do the automatic reaction. It is literally the difference between someone who gets controlled by everything around them and someone who controls their environment. Most people are purely reactive. Something happens, they respond instantly. Question asked, they answer. Accusation made, they defend. Silence appears, they fill it. They think this is being engaged, but it's surrender. Because whoever speaks first shows their hand. Whoever explains reveals weakness. Whoever reacts first exposes their boundaries. And once someone knows your boundaries, crossing them becomes easy. Strategic silence flips this entire pattern. You don't answer right away. You watch. You don't explain unless it actually benefits asterisk you asterisk. You don't react to choose your response ahead of time. This isn't about withholding information. This is withholding access to you. The person who talks to him you say, let me show you someone you probably know. Name doesn't matter. The pattern does. He's smart, capable, good intentions. But he talks way too much. Someone asks a question, he answers immediately. Then keeps going, adds context, explains his reasoning, over-explains really. He thinks he's being clear, but he's exposing himself. Someone challenges him, he defends himself, fast, emotionally. He asterisk needs asterisk them to get it, thinks it's strength, it's vulnerability. Conversation goes silent, he panics, fills the gap with questions, jokes, anything to kill that uncomfortable quiet, thinks it's connection. It's actually subordination. And here's what he doesn't see. Every time he speaks without needing to, he loses ground. Every time he explains unprompted, he's broadcasting doubt. Every time he reacts instantly, he hands control to whoever provoked him. He's not weak, but he's asterisk controllable asterisk, because he never learned the discipline of withholding. Chapter 1. The illusion of immediate response. You've been trained to think silence is rude, that when someone asks you something, you have to answer right away, that when someone provokes you, defending yourself is required, that when someone's waiting for your response, you need to fill that space. This conditioning, it's the foundation of how you get manipulated, because someone who responds immediately is predictable. And predictability is just another word for weakness. Think about interrogation psychology for a second. When a trained interrogator questions someone, they don't fear silence. They create it, they ask. Then wait. The untrained person freaks out, talks, explains, fills every second of quiet, and reveals way more than the question even asked for. The trained person does the opposite, pauses, thinks, decides what actually serves them, and often says nothing at all. This isn't evasion. It's control. Silence forces the other person to speak again, rephrase, show what they're actually after. Silence builds psychological pressure without you lifting a finger. Silence makes you unreadable. Starting now, you stop responding immediately. Someone asks a question, pause. 3 seconds. 5. Watch how they react to your silence before deciding if you'll even answer. Someone makes a demand? Don't defend. Don't explain. Just look at them. Someone tries to provoke you? Feel that impulse to react, then don't obey it. Wait, watch, decide if responding benefits you. Most of the time, it doesn't. Chapter 2. The illusion of DSBLA. Most people think explaining creates understanding. It doesn't. Explanation creates exposure. Every time you explain yourself unprompted, you're showing insecurity. Every time you justify a decision, you're implying it needs justification. Every time you defend a boundary, you're suggesting it's negotiable. Real authority doesn't explain itself. Judges don't justify verdicts to defendants. Generals don't explain strategy to enemies. Masters don't defend their methods to students. They state it. Decide, move on. If someone doesn't understand, irrelevant. Their understanding isn't required for your choice to be valid. Look at how people set boundaries. Weak version. I can't meet tonight because I am really tired and I've had a long week and I just need some time to myself, and I hope you understand. That's not a boundary. That's a negotiation. Strong version. I'm not available tonight. No explanation, no justification, no opening for debate, just a statement. And if they push back, silence. Because silence isn't the absence of communication, it's the presence of finality. From now on, you stop explaining. Someone asks why you decided something? Don't answer unless it serves you. Someone questions your boundary? Don't defend it. Say it once more, then stop talking. Someone demands your reasoning? Notice their need to control your narrative. Give them nothing, not because you're being hostile, because you're being disciplined. Explanation is a gift, and you don't give gifts to people who don't respect your authority. Chapter 3. The illusion of emotional reaction. Your emotions aren't weakness, but your reaction to them is. There's a difference between feeling something and displaying it. You can feel anger without raising your voice. You can feel disappointment without showing it. You can feel hurt without it changing how you act. Someone who can't separate feeling from reaction. That's a puppet. Pull the string, watch them dance. This is exactly how manipulators work. They provoke, insult, test you. Not because they believe what they're saying. They're measuring your reaction. If you react, they know your boundary. If you defend yourself, they know your insecurity. If you lose composure, they know your breaking point. Once they know these things, they can engineer your behavior. The Stoics had a word for this. Apatheia. Not lacking emotion, but refusing to be controlled by it. You feel everything, display nothing. Someone insults you. You feel that heat rising, but your face doesn't change. Your tone stays level. You don't defend yourself. You just observe them. And something breaks in that moment. They expected a reaction. Got stillness instead. Now they're unsettled. From this point forward, you separate feeling from display. Someone tries to provoke you? Feel it, don't show it. Someone crosses a boundary? Feel the frustration. Don't argue about it. Just enforce the consequence without emotion. Someone tests you? Recognize the test. Refuse to play. This isn't suppression. It's mastery. You're not hiding emotion. You're choosing when and how it appears. And that choice? That's power. Chapter 4. The illusion of siloi. Most people think every conversation needs an ending. A resolution, some conclusion, mutual understanding. That's a trap, because the person who needs closure is the person who can be controlled. Manipulators get this instinctively. They leave conversations hanging, refuse to resolve things. Let tension just sit there, and the person who can't handle that discomfort will chase them, over-explain, beg for validation. In doing so, they surrender all their power. But you're not most people anymore. Starting now, you stop needing closure. Someone sends a message designed to get under your skin. Don't respond. Someone leaves a conversation unfinished. Don't follow up. Someone withholds information to make you anxious. Don't ask. Let it sit. Let them wonder. Let the silence do its work. Because the person who can tolerate uncertainty is the person who can't be manipulated. You're not avoiding resolution out of spite. You're choosing when resolution actually serves you. And when it doesn't, you walk away without needing the last word. That's the highest form of control. Chapter 5. The transformation. Becoming the observer. You're not the person who reacts anymore. You're the person who observes. Silence is your default, not because you've got nothing to say, but because you don't waste words. Your responses are delayed, not because you're slow, but because you decide when responding benefits you. You feel emotions, but don't display them, not because you're cold, but because you're precise asterisk. Closure is irrelevant, not because you're avoidant, but because you don't need validation from anyone. You've become unreadable, and in becoming unreadable, you've become untouchable. People will test you, provoke you, demand explanations. You'll give them nothing, not out of cruelty, out of discipline, because you understand something most people never learn. Authority isn't given. It's assumed through behavior. And the behavior that commands the most authority, the one that never needs to explain itself. If this hits different, subscribe, not for entertainment, as a declaration that you're done being controllable. Drop a comment, one sentence about which discipline you're starting today. This isn't me asking for engagement. This is you making a commitment. Because the moment you write it down, you've made it real. You can't unhear this now. You'll notice it everywhere. Every conversation, every interaction. The people who talk too much, who explain too fast, who react without thinking. And you'll see yourself in them. Or you'll see the distance you've created. Either way, you can't go back to who you were before this moment. The discipline of withholding isn't a technique you practice. It's an identity you step into, and once you're in, there's no going back. Choose carefully.